Father Enki. Amarutuk here, Marduk, to talk to you. This is a video that I want to answer some. I didn't answer the questions you asked me before, and I got some questions and I really need them answered. I'm not fucking joking, seriously. I need you to respect my questions, respect my answers, and I need you to make a video or something and answer me. If you don't answer me, I'll quit trying to communicate with you. But I really want to communicate with you. I want this, so I hope you do too. Number one, you asked me why I called myself Wolverine, why I didn't go by my mother's name, Jason, and why I didn't go by your name, Amarutuk, or Marduk. Let me explain. Jason, it's the name your mom gave you know what I mean? It's just a common name down here. There's so many Jasons. It's very, I don't know, like if I would have went by that name, I would have ended up going by a nickname anyway. But I was named Wolverine, I think when I was 18, by the Rainbow Tribe. I went to the Rainbow Gathering. I became part of the Rainbow Tribe. I went into the teepee, big, large, like 40-foot tall teepee, and I was sitting inside the teepee with a fire lit, and I was sitting there with the oldest elder of the Rainbow Tribe. Her name was Mary Jane, and she said, one of the things they do in Rainbow is they rename you. They give you a rainbow name. And she asked me if I was ready for my new name. And I said yes. I was actually looking forward to getting this name. I was actually looking forward to getting named by somebody, to see what they would name me. And she studied me for about 45 minutes while we smoked out. And then she looked at me and she said, You are the Wolverine. And I was like wow, because like Wolverine, he's my favorite Marvel action universe character. Like I love comic books, and Wolverine's just the coolest dude ever. He really is. He's just cool as fuck, man. Besides you, Lucifer, you're the coolest dude fucking ever, man. I mean, you're the coolest being ever. You're the bad guy. You're the coolest motherfucker ever, though. I mean, shit. You top it all. But when it comes to fantasy and all, I think Wolverine's just cool as shit, man. He's like right, like below you. Nah, he's like way below you. But seriously, Wolverine, that's why I'm Wolverine. See, I was in that teepee, and I thanked her for that name. When I walked out of the teepee, this is a very strange story. I walked out of the teepee, and there's probably like 2,000 of these rainbow people, and they're all walking around, and nobody else was in the teepee but me and her. When I walked out, I walked probably about 20 feet away from the teepee, and a really hot chick with rainbow dreads and all walked by me, and she said, Hey, what's up, Wolverine? I was like, what's up? I kept walking, and then I seen a little campfire with people playing bongos around it, and hand drums and sitars and stuff. And I walked up, and everybody's like, what's up, Wolverine? Very strange, because the lady named me Wolverine, and nobody was calling me Wolverine before that. The minute I walked out of that teepee, the whole tribe knew my name. Anyways, it stuck. I didn't even really have to tell people my name after that. I've told them my name a lot, but a lot of places I just go, like I'll just walk around in Babylon or whatever you call this matrix we're in, People just look at me and are like, hey, Wolverine, and they just know it. Well, another thing, 3 days after she named me that, I felt like an imposter. I felt like I was like the guy on TV that plays the part of the X-Men Wolverine. Like I was copycatting him or something. I felt like an imposter. So I walked back into the teepee with Mary Jane, and I was really sad. I felt like crying and shit. I looked at her and I was like, I gotta talk to you about this name. And she said, well, what's that? I said, look, I feel like I don't feel like I'm really the Wolverine, you know, I feel like I'm an imposter. And she looked at me and she says, no, you are the Wolverine. The Wolverine is... The man on TV is an actor. He only did that, you know, for that movie and the sequel after that. But in between those movies, he does other movies where he's not Wolverine. He's Human Jack or Jack Human or whatever. Right now, he's not even playing that part. He's playing a part of something else. But she said, you really are the Wolverine because you live it. You breathe it every day. You're Wolverine all fucking day. When you go to sleep, you're Wolverine. When you wake up, you're Wolverine. You are the Wolverine. You live it and breathe it. And hell, when you look at the old comics, I look more like Wolverine than that guy on TV anyway. Probably should have been, they should have casted me for the part. I would have been way better at it. I think he did a pretty good job though. That's why I call myself Wolverine. Also, I wasn't even sure, you know, if reincarnation and all that was real. I was pretty sure about it. I believed in it. I didn't know any of my past lives until 2020 happened. When 2020 happened, and it was like I had an awakening, and it was like a flood of all my past lives come. I've had a whole lot of past lives come to my brain. I remember so much stuff. And I've realized something. In a lot of my lives, it seems like we've opposed each other. I know that I still don't remember being Amarutuk. I don't remember being Marduk. I'm learning. I've been studying everything about him, trying to get that door to open up in my mind. And this life here has been pretty hard on me. I've been doing nothing but good. I've been doing nothing but good. Just nothing but good for people. I do nothing but good. I try to help everybody out. And what's going on is I'm getting nothing but shit karma coming back on me. And I realized I think it's because in my past lives I must have done something pretty damn horrible. And I think it's because when I was Marduk, everybody sacrificed their eldest child to me. I can't believe I did that. That's some pretty bad karma. And so I think maybe because of all the children that got sacrificed in my name, maybe that's why in this life I'm still getting this shit karma. I don't know, I'm doing what I can to straighten my karma back out. I'm trying to balance the scales. I'm a Pisces. I'm kind of really sick of living over and over again, and I'd really like to ascend on to something else. I don't know what I can ascend on to, but I'm kind of sick of this shit. I don't know. I like it. I mean, if I could keep a body, I guess I would probably keep this one, but let's not talk about that. I want you to know that I thought that I was here. Okay, in the beginning, my whole childhood on this earth, you know, my teenager life, becoming a man and all that, I thought, seriously, in the back of my head, that I was like Neo from the Matrix. That I was the leader of the resistance. And I was being trained by the higher forces to decode the puzzles, the symbols, the Illuminati shit, and all that from a very young age. And I was here to destroy the man that was putting the mark of the beast in the people. I thought it was my job to kill that motherfucker. I was always very intimidated by him, very scared by him. I knew the Antichrist was coming. And I knew that it was going to come down to me taking that mark, my family taking that mark, people being beheaded for not taking that mark. I mean, I read the prophecies. I know what the hell's going on. Then, in 2020, I find out, unless it's all a lie, that I am the Antichrist. And I am the man that puts the chips in everybody. And I want you to know, I thought long and deep and hard about it. And I'm for the chip. I am all for the chip. I want you to know I'm on board. And the reason I realized this was because when Enoch, my son Enochian, when he got a succubus attached to him and probably about 7 demons, they took him away from me. They made him walk circles around Portland without a sleeping bag, without a coat. It was horrible. They made my son walk circles for like months, eating out of trash cans. They wouldn't let him sleep. The succubus kept raping him over and over and over, trying to get his sperm or whatever to take back to the incubus so they can make a retarded baby into the other dimension, the Jinn world or whatever. All I know is that it hurt me so bad not being able to find my child. It hurt so bad. I put flyers up everywhere. I called the police. Everybody I deal drugs to, I had them on the lookout. I couldn't find my son. He would walk until he couldn't walk no more, and he would just black out. He'd pass out and wake up. It hurt me so much not being able to find my child that I realized if I would have put a chip in my child, I could have found him. I could have, rescued him at any point. That would make him just black out and he'd wake up on curbs and shit, They'd tell him, like, don't go home, your dad don't love you, he wants to kill you and shit like that. These demons are horrible, what they did to my child. And if I would have had that kid chipped, I would have went right to him and saved his ass. My daughter, Kalia, I thought the cartel had her, and I thought they were prostituting her for heroin in a house wrapped with 1,000 black people with guns. And I didn't know what to do. I'm just a man on the earth, selling drugs. And I thought to myself, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I don't know why I got it in my head that El Chapo had my daughter. I thought because he's the leader of the cartel, so I thought he did the command to put my daughter and, abduct my daughter. And I've been working for these people for a couple years now. And I figured they're watching me from a telescope in outer space. They would watch everything I do, make sure I'm not a snitch or something. And they probably stole my daughter for insurance or something. collateral. And I started threatening El Chapo. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is if my daughter had a chip in her, could have saved her ass too. I would have stole a Harley and rode right to her with a fucking Uzi and shot everybody around her and got my daughter and thrown her on the back of that Harley and drove away. I'm all for my whole family being chipped. I'm all for me being chipped. I'm all for chipping the whole human race. You created them. When I look at them, I see a lot of ugly motherfuckers. But I see a lot of beautiful creations too. And these creations, they're worth a damn. I also know that no other race is gonna want to fuck with us until we evolve. And in order for us to evolve, we need to become like a hive mind mentality. In order to become a hive mind mentality, we must think as one. We must have someone that can think and speak for everyone as one. We must be able to speak as one for each one of us, for all of us. That chip will be our evolution. If we're all chipped together, it'll hive mind mentality us, which will raise us to the point of being like everyone else. Pleiadians, you guys, everybody. I guess then we'll all be able to converse a little bit better. Nobody will have to hide from each other. So yeah, I'm all for chipping everyone. I just want you to know I'm on board with that. It's kind of trippy finding out I am my worst fear. I am my own worst enemy. Because now it's like, I don't know, who am I supposed to fight now? God? You're God. I know there's a God above you. But you created us. And He gave you complete reign and dominion over the earth. And that makes you God. It means when we pray, He's not listening to us. He doesn't give two shits or a fuck. You are the only one listening to us. As far as I'm concerned, you are God. Hold on a minute, I want to take a hit of my shit. I have a serious question to ask you though. It's really bothering me. So, hold on. This is my question. Are you my dad? Seriously. I know you're my creator. I do not remember being Marduk. I do not remember being Amarutuk. I love those names though. I love that name. Honestly, if I am Amarutuk, I will go by that name. I'll change my damn name. I'll change the ID and everything. Put it on my videos and everything. But, I'm kind of bothered by a couple things. I know that you are the master of lies. I know, Inky, that you are the master of deceit. When I listened to your video and I heard your voice, I was very charmed and enthralled by your voice. It's very addicting. I like it. I love the words you use. They're very ancient. They're very powerful, very authoritative. When you speak, you know that you're not listening to a normal human being. You know that you're not some dude with a mask on playing a game. You know that when you're listening, when I listened to that video, I knew that I was listening to an overlord, an ancient overlord. powerful being and alien to all of this down here. But here's the thing. I was studying on YouTube on Ancient Mysteries, this channel all about Marduk and stuff. One of the videos I was watching, it said that Enki is like playing the part of my father, Marduk, his father. But really, Marduk is not really, Enki is not my father. Really, Enlil is my father. Which, that's what the video said. Which has got me kind of wondering. Am I really your kid? Or am I like God's greatest fucking warrior and your worst fear? And that's why you've got to lie to me and trick me and corrupt me and bring me to the dark side. Are you like Darth Vader and am I like Luke Skywalker? I'm a little confused on this. Also, in the Bible, in Revelations, it says that when my mother had me in the womb, the great dragon, the beast, Lucifer, is waiting for her to birth the child, the Antichrist, waiting for her to birth the child so he can come and kill and destroy the child. But God takes the woman and hides her in the woods so the child is able to grow up and turn into a man. Now let me ask you this, Daddy. If you're really my dad, why the fuck would you kill me when I was born? Why? Especially if I'm the fucking Antichrist and I'm here to fulfill your prophecy and put the chips in these goddamn people. I'm getting a little confused here, and I think you need to lay down the law of truth with me. I don't know if you have ever told the truth to anyone. I don't even know if you tell yourself the truth. But I want you to start. I want you to make a video and tell me the goddamn truth, for real. I want you to know I don't feel like you're lying to me, though. I feel like you're telling me the truth. But I got this little spider sense, a gut feeling that you might be lying to me. And I'm smart enough to question the authority of this whole thing. I'm not stupid, and I'm not gonna fall into some stupid shit. You know, if we're destined to be on a team together, I'll fight right beside you, but if we're destined to fight each other, it'll happen too. I'm not gonna back down. Also, I want you to know something, Lucifer. I don't know if you've really watched what I'm doing down here, but I'm doing everything that I can to clear your name with God. You know, I don't know if you like the situation you're in, but I know that you live forever. You're immortal because God won't take you back, so you don't get to die. Or whatever, you know, you're an angel, so you probably never die anyway. But like, I don't know if you're unhappy about the situation or not. You know, I know that you were thrown down in a goddamn hole, basically. And you like flattened down like a pancake. And you slowly rose up from that. You got the fuck up. And you rose and rised against this goddamn situation. I don't know. And then again, I think he was given a job by the God, you know, and it was your job to, be the torturer of all these horrible, miserable souls that molest kids and stuff. But here's the thing, man. I'm doing everything I can to clear your name, because you, I believe, are a good being. You're an angel. I I think you're one of the best angels there ever was. You probably are. I think he was, if the story's true the way it goes, I just think that you was created into a reality that you didn't choose to be created into. And you saw a man sitting in a seat running the show that was, he had faults, and you saw his faults, and you thought, I see this guy's faults, I think I could run this show better than him. I didn't choose to be created here. Why should I do what he tells me to do? Maybe I should do what he's doing. And so you challenged him for the seat. And that's okay. And it was very sad that you were thrown out for that. But it's okay, you know, like we all learn from we learn from our mistakes. What I do remember is this. Here's the thing too, and Lil came and kicked it with me, man, through my sister, the Princess of Hell's Angels, Miss Danny. He came through. He hung out a bunch of times with me. He smoked out, ate food, partied a bunch of times. He's a really cool dude. And Lil was really cool. And I'm not even sure if he's your brother or if you guys are both each other. If you're twin flames of each other. If he's an alternate personality of yours. Or if you two are like Cain and Abel and you killed him. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm very confused on the whole thing. But from what I'm gathering, I don't know. What I do want to say is this. I like the guy a lot. I was very connected to him. It felt like I was talking to my uncle or something. I feel very connected to you too. I want to learn from you. I really do. I want to learn from you. I want to be a part of your life. And I want to fulfill my mission. I don't want to screw nothing up. I don't want to fight against you really at all. I do realize in most of my past lives I've fought against you. Okay, here's what I do remember. I remember being Enkidoo. I remember Gilgamesh. As a matter of fact, me and Gilgamesh are still best friends today. He lives right here in Portland. His name's Josh Ice now. He remembers being Gilgamesh. I remember being Enkidoo. And also, when that girl gave me that skateboard, my girlfriend Emily Rucktershell, she gave me the skateboard. It was a longboard. It says Enkidoo on it. I know that was from you, and I want to say thank you. That meant a lot to me. I'll never trade that skateboard off. Never. Even on my sickest, dopest days, I wouldn't sell that thing. So I remember being Enkidoo, and we did some bad shit, like we killed Umbaba. We killed that, like, calf or whatever that was sent down by the goddess or whatever, and Ishtar got all pissed off about it. I understand, where a lot of this bad karma comes from. I also know that you made me to kill Gilgamesh. And I fucked that all up by becoming best friends with Gilgamesh. But hey, it is what it is. I can't change the past, I can only change the future. You too, same thing I think. I don't know unless you got a time machine. I remember being King Tutankhamun. King Tut. I feel so connected to King Tut. I know I was King Tut. I don't even think you could convince me otherwise. Which means you would be Akhenaten. So that means you played the part of Akhenaten. I played the part of King Tut. I think you had a religion where people had to be sacrificed, for you all the time. And when King Tut came around, he changed the ways of your religion to sun worship. Instead of killing people, he changed it to worship of the sun. Basically the same thing that happened with Jesus. When and he came around and he changed the ways of you too, like, and love your brother and all that good shit. I'm not saying I was Jesus, I don't remember that, but I got this feeling that if you're the Antichrist, you must have been the Christ to be the anti of yourself. I don't know, that sounds ludicrous though, I'm not going to go down that road. I remember being Nikolai Tesla. Oh, I want to know, who the fuck jacked my heart when I was King Tut? Who the fuck jacked my heart? Because I wasn't allowed to go into the afterlife because of that. I wasn't allowed to weigh my heart against a feather because I didn't have one. They jacked my motherfucking heart. Because when they did my fucking autopsy with the x-ray machine, there's no fucking heart, man. You know who jacked my heart, and I want to know who jacked my heart. I also want to know who's got my Spear of Destiny. I remember being Shaka Zulu. I remember all the fights I fought. I remember having the spear. I remember being given it by the higher-ups. I remember being Nikolai Tesla. I remember dying alone. Nobody giving a shit about me. I remember Thomas Edison and all them cats stealing from me. I remember that I had a relationship with a pigeon because I didn't have a woman that loved me. And I remember her flying into my room every night. I remember her flying in one night and dying in my presence. And I knew at that point whatever I was here to do was done and over with, and I was ready to die, and I shortly died after that. In this life I have no woman either. I have no one that loves me like that. My girlfriend is a ferret. Her name's Lilith. And I'm very in love with her. I can't have sex with her. But she's really nice. She's the only female energy I have around me. She sleeps with me at night. She loves me to death. I really love her. But I really wish I had a real woman. I don't understand why you haven't sent me some devil bitches from hell or something. Seriously, like some suicide girls or something. I'm really into like Lily Munster and Elvira, and, like, you know, chicks like that. I like stuff like that. I like evil looking bitches. I just do. They're just awesome. So I remember being I remember being H.G. Wells. I remember writing War of the Worlds, The Time Machine, and all that, and those are my favorite books when I was a little kid, too. I also remember being Frank Zappa. I think I might have been Jimi Hendrix, but I'm not quite sure about that. I remember being Buddha. I remember being Aleister Crowley. I also know that in every one of these lives, Salvador Dali too, I remember being Salvador Dali. But I also know in all these lives, I was connected with the aliens. In every life, I was getting downloads. I can't really even take the credit for, like, inventing the electricity or any of that, because I don't feel like I really invented it. I feel like I was being downloaded the information by another race, and it is what it is. All I was doing was reinventing what was already invented somewhere else, you know, or what was already invented here in another time. I was just bringing it back to the picture. And I think in every one of my lives, there's a lot more lives that I know, but I can't remember them all off the top of my head. There's a list at home I've written down. And this is just getting way too deep anyway, and way too long, these videos. But I'm wanting you to know I'm being really serious here, and I'm trying to really communicate with you. Hold on. Anyway, if you could answer some of these questions, it would mean a lot to me. Also, I don't believe Lucifer and Satan are the same dude. I don't think you and Satan are the same guy. I think Satan was like your right-hand dude. And you would send him to do jobs and shit. And he like threw a lot of salt and pepper and icing on the jobs. And kind of put a spin on things. And ruined your name to shit. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to prove to everyone that you and him are not the same guy. So don't get it confused. And he's a fuck up. And you're worth something. He's a piece of shit. And I'm trying to clear your name so that you can go back to heaven if you want to. Or at least have the option. You don't have to, but I want you to have that fucking option. You should be able to go anywhere you want. Nobody should tell you where you can't go. My father, or my uncle, or whatever. Either way, you're my family. I'm not here to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I'm tired of my family trying to fight me. I don't understand that. Why would my family want to kill me and hurt me? You know, Venom, my son Matthew, this kid, man, he's doing everything he can to hurt me, beat me up, kill me. Demons are talking to him constantly, saying, kill your father, take that knife, stick it in his throat, hit him with a baseball bat, shoot him with a gun. Do you really want him to be the ruler or whatever, or do you want to just kill him and take his seat? Because you can. My son doesn't understand that you cannot take respect. You have to earn respect. You can't just take it. I spent my whole life becoming this cat. He thinks he can just kill me and be me? What you got? The word of gold and the clients and the cartel and everybody? No, I don't think so. It just doesn't work that way. You have to earn this shit. You just don't get handed it like that. Either way, they're telling him, you know, kill your dad and then you can take his seat. You know, you can be your dad type shit. I wanted to raise him up so that he could, you know, continue my legacy, you know, but I'm done with that kid. Fuck him. He's a fucking little shit. He broke 3 of my ribs. He's a punk. And then he comes to my house. Oh, I got pneumonia. Daddy, make me chicken soup, be my nurse. I got broken ribs making my kid chicken soup because he's got pneumonia. Fuck. I'm done with this shit. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a fucking maid. I'm a fucking god. What the fuck? And I've chosen self-service to others instead of self-service to self. Because that's what feels right to me. I don't know. I feel like maybe I was doing it all wrong in these other lives. I do know that in every one of these lives, though, I put a spin on the earth. I think I did really good things, miraculous things. Either way, Dad, I want to know, are you my dad, or is Zimbo my dad? I feel like I'm entitled to know this. Seriously. Oh, I don't want you to lie to me. I want you to be real with me. I also want you to tell me who has my spear of destiny. And I also want you to tell me who jacked my motherfucking heart. I want to know who got my heart. It means a lot to me to know that. So thank you. I appreciate your time, sir. I appreciate that you made that video, that you are a great God, a being. It's not unlike any of these beings here, not even in this reality, went out of his way to make a video and send it to me through our internet. Made an Instagram and everything. I'm very impressed by that. Anyways, I love you. I've got faith in you. And I believe in you. So, I hope you believe in me. I hope you love me, and I hope you keep faith in me. Because I'm here for you. Have a good day, Father. Rubble, 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 rubble. Give me 5 McDoubles. Rubble, 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 rubble. You know what, man? Yo, Lucifer or Dinky, I actually thought about it. Maybe I should be fucking terrified to meet you. Seriously. Maybe it ain't such a good idea if we meet. Maybe there's a reason you don't want to come pick me up or send a ship or a fucking ferryman or some dumb shit or whatever, or a wolf or fucking sexy bitch with wings or a gargoyle or something. Or a ticket. You know, I'm starting to think, you know, maybe you might get all, you know, bent out of shape because I'm begging you too much to kick it with you and meet my dad or some shit. So you might, like, go ahead and send a UFO or something, a hot bitch. She might suck my dick, and then bam, I'm on a ship. And there I am on your land, Nibiru and Fryer and 7,000 degrees or whatever. But check this out, man. I think you might do some shit like this. Hey son, come and check out my new coffin. Why don't you lay down in it? You know, like Osiris? That's some scary shit. Should I be scared to meet you, man? For really? I need to know, Dad!